Okay, so this question instructs us to remember that I squared is negative 1. I to the third would be the same as I squared times I, or negative I, because remember I squared is negative 1, so negative 1 times I would be negative I. And I to the fourth, we could write as I squared times I squared. We know I squared was negative 1, so we get negative 1 times negative 1 is positive 1. So the point they're trying to make there is you'll have I to the first power is just plain I squared is negative 1. I to the third is negative I, and I to the fourth is negative 1. And what happens is this pattern is repeated. Every 4 numbers, we start over again. So, for example, if I start the pattern again, I to the fifth is going to be I, and I to the sixth will be negative 1, and I to the seventh will be negative I. Okay, and then I to the eighth would be positive 1. Again, this should be a positive 1 there. Okay, so we're going to repeat that pattern over and over again. So when you have these problems where they ask you to find the exponent, or ask you to find the value, what you do is you look at the exponent. It's 14 in this case. Since the pattern is repeated every 4 numbers, what we want to do is find out what remainder we have when we divide by 4. So we divide 4 into 14. It goes 3 times. We're not really worried about how many times it goes in. We're more concerned about the remainder, because what this means is we'll repeat this pattern of I, negative 1, negative I, 1 3 times, and we'll have a remainder of 2, which means that I to the 14th is going to be the same as I squared, and I squared is negative 1. So I to the 14th is equal to negative 1. So again, to solve these problems, you find the remainder for the exponent when you divide by 4, and then you use whatever you get here. If you got a remainder of 1, your answer would be I. If you got a remainder of 2, your answer would be negative 1. If you got a remainder of 3, your answer would be negative I. And if you had no remainder, it went in evenly, your answer is 1. So we'll do 2 more of those just so you can practice, and we'll be out of here. All right, so again, same instructions, and again, the pattern. I to the first power is I squared is always negative 1. I to the third is negative I to the fourth is 1. When we get a large exponent like this, they want to know what value. Simplified means you can only have an I to the first power. That's the only option. So we divide 4 into that number, and we want to know, once again, we want to know the remainder. We're not really all that concerned about how many times it goes in. We're more concerned about what the remainder would be. And this one has a remainder of 3. It goes 33 times with a remainder of 3, which just means we repeat this pattern over here 33 times and end up with, on I to the third is equal to negative I. So our answer is negative I. I to the 135th power is negative I. Okay? And one more. Let's find I to the 220, excuse me. Okay, so again, what you want to do is divide 220 by 4 and look at what your remainder is. Okay. You can also do this on, easily do this on a calculator. This time it goes evenly with a remainder of 0. If it goes evenly, then you have no remainder. It's like you have I to the fourth, which was 1. Okay, so if it goes evenly, your answer is 1. If you have a remainder of 1, your answer is I. Remainder of 2, your answer is negative 1. Remainder of 3, your answer is negative I. And that is how you do those problems.